You're carrying around a credit card that charges your peace of mind every time you use it. I mean, it sounds terrible, right? That's exactly what compulsions do to your brain. They create this sneaky debt cycle that keeps growing every time you give in. We don't want debt. You know those moments when you catch yourself doing a quick mental check. It's like making sure you didn't say something weird, or you're counting your breaths. Just one more time. Or you're replaying that conversation from 3 hours ago. Was I rude? Were they rude? How was their facial expression? All that. It feels like such a teeny price to pay for such little relief of anxiety. But here's the plot twist. That relief is not free. It's not even close. Because every time you do this compulsion, you're not only just getting temporary peace, you're actually training your brain's alarm system to scream even louder. The more you swipe that mental credit card, the more your brain accepts payment. You can use any kind of credit card for that payment. They don't care. They just want you to use it. So why does giving in feel so good in the moment, but end up making everything so worse? And more importantly, how do you finally stop feeding the debt monster? I'm gonna give you strategies that you can use today, right now. Let's dive into why those compulsions are basically the worst financial decision your brain has ever made. When an intrusive thought sucker punches you out of nowhere, or anxiety floods your system, that fire alarm is going off in your brain. It's screaming, do something now, fix it. That urge to act, whether it's mentally replaying a conversation or checking a lock for the 15th time, or it's asking your partner, do you still love me? For the 3rd time today. It feels like the express lane to shutting off that alarm, but it's not really. It's really fast. Boom. Now you feel better? Well, what about this one? Are you sure about this one? Because here's what actually is happening. You're not solving the problem. You're just borrowing comfort from your future you. Your brain gives you that sweet temporary relief, but at a price tag. Hey man, I don't blame you. Compulsions are easy. I want to get this anxiety to go away right now. Because let's say you have harm OCD. You're driving home, minding your own business, and bam, your brain decides to drop a lovely thought. You know that pothole? What if it actually was a person? Well, I actually am not sure because I wasn't really paying attention. Let me go back and check. But like, I went back and checked and I did see a pothole. But what if it actually wasn't the pothole that I ran over? Let me make sure my car was in the right spot. I gotta make sure the wheel is this way. This is probably how I was driving. So let me go over that pothole and see if it felt the same. I'm still not sure and I'm panicking, but I feel a little bit better, but still not sure. The same thing happens with sensory motor OCD. Maybe your brain suddenly starts deciding, hey, you know what? You know how many times you blink every day? How about you just like focus on that? Hyper-blinking awareness. Make sure it's right. Or it's your breathing. Did you know that you just breathe automatically and you don't even notice it? Oh, well now I'm gonna notice it forever. It seems like every breath. That's great. Awesome. Exhausting, right? That is the debt cycle doing its thing. Every time you respond to this urge, the brain is getting more convinced it did the right thing. It guarded you. And you needed it, and I bet you're so happy that it told you all these things. Here's why your brain falls for that scam. There are parts of your brain that are supposed to find real problems, send out real danger alerts, but there's something haywire about this. It's sending off alarms when there's no actual danger. But because you're not sure if there's actual danger, you're gonna keep checking just to be sure. Like if you were making some toast in your kitchen and it was burning, you're in the other room. You hear the alarm go off, you're not gonna say, I think it's the toast, so I'm just gonna let it be. You're gonna go check. There's an alarm, you're gonna run to the next room, you're going to check, even though you might actually be sure it's the toast, but just in case. So when your brain is throwing out those alarms all the time about different things, you're checking, you're checking, you're checking, you're checking. Why not? Why would you not? Because it makes you do it time and time and time again, and it takes away time from your life. That is where people are going into debt with this. So we're gonna use exposure and response prevention to retrain the brain. I'm gonna go into a little bit of it right now, but also check out the Master Your OCD course. I walked through it step by step with worksheets, journal prompts, everything you need. I'm gonna link that down in the description. But let me give you a little snippet from that. Because what I want you to do is you recognize the next time you're about to do a compulsion, your brain's giving you an intrusive thought, it's like you're swiping that card. Do I want to keep swiping this card? I don't have to swipe it. I could save some money here. What is this going to do for me? Is it just relieving anxiety? Gaining just a little bit of what I think is certainty? Is it worth it? Because you got to catch yourself in the act. When your brain says, quick, do the thing. Sit, be with yourself. Guess I'm just going to fold my arms then. Yeah, you're telling me I'm in so much danger. Let me look around. I don't see anything. Oh, you think I hit someone with my car? Okay. If someone shows up at my door and like, hey, you hit somebody, I guess that's when I'll react. But until then, I'm gonna stay uncertain because I'm gonna probably know for sure, and if I don't know, I'm willing to risk it because my brain tells me this every single day I drive, man. You think other people are getting this every single day and they have to go through this whole process and check? No. And that's for every theme of OCD. You think of what yourself would be like maybe without OCD. Are you doing these behaviors? So you gotta check yourself a little bit. Hit the pause button for 10 seconds. Allow your anxiety levels to just be there. Maybe it reduces on its own just a little bit, but you might tell yourself, I don't need to fix anything. The exposures are going to be just a little bit different for every theme, but you're going to take some type of action. The action is whatever it is that makes you feel doubt, makes you question, is a fear of some kind. And you're going to go do that thing, unless it's breaking your morals and values. Because people are like, wait, you want me to go hit someone with my car? No, you're not going to do that. But I'm gonna probably drive down that road that made me feel like I was gonna hit someone by my car and hit that pothole on purpose and be like, yeah, man, hit somebody. Awesome. So cool. Cool. Awesome. Great. Love it. Thanks for making me doubt. Amazing. I'm changing my reaction to it. And it's like, go back and check because I know you're being silly, but like you probably actually did hit somebody. Yeah, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I'm not replaying those situations. I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just letting it be. The more I keep trying to like mull it over, fix it, replay situations, I'm gonna think about it more. I'm doing an action, I'm using different statements, take any threat and leave it uncertain, and I'm not doing the compulsions. And I'm repeating this process over and over and over and over. We go do it on purpose. We don't wait for those moments to hit us. We can. I mean, you can do exposures in those moments, but you go find it. If you're just waiting, it's a lot harder when it just hits you and you're not expecting it. But if you're like, all right, 10 a.m., I'm going out there, I'm gonna take that drive. I'm gonna go, turn on the stove and turn it back off and go sit on my couch. I'm gonna go look at pictures of, this because it makes me nervous. Whatever the fear is, I'm gonna go do that thing because I've planned it and I'm not gonna fix it. Really, you're not trying to convince yourself that everything is fine. You're just actually refusing to play OCD's game entirely. And you're like, well, how do I know if it's OCD or real? This is how you know. If you're having the same thought over and over and over and over and over, and it's making you anxious every single time. And you look around, you're not actually seeing danger, we're gonna say it's OCD. If it's those one-off moments, man, you could push that person over this ledge here. I don't ever have that thought again, or maybe I have it again like a year later, and I'm like, I guess that was just a random thought. Weird, interesting. But if I feel this urge to fix it or make sense of it, we're saying it's OCD. And the brain's gonna be like, but what if it's not this time and you're actually dangerous or what? Well, I guess then we're risking that too. Because the brain is not gonna be satisfied at all times. Every time you delay, you modify, you undo a compulsion, you're making the OCD cycle a little bit weaker. Undoing a compulsion means that, oh, dang it, I just washed my hands. Let me go touch the thing that made me contaminated. Oh, I just asked for reassurance. Let me go back and say, nah, man, I guess I probably don't love you. Whatever the thing is. No, I probably did hit with that person with my car. Thanks for the reassurance though. You can break this cycle. People get better every day from OCD. It's a lifestyle of this exposure and just like living your life, man. Let me know down in the comments, like, what does your OCD look like? How are you gonna stop feeding it today? Thank you so much for watching. You know what's free? Clicking this video right here. I won't even charge you a cent. Don't swipe your card here. Go watch the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. You're making the OCD Cycle.